is a reciprocal drill. Both people are engaging in the same movement at the same time. So anything I do on my side should be mirrored by my partner on the other side. Otherwise, this drill will not flow in the way that it should. From an overhook, underhook situation, I have underhook on one side, overhook on the other, and I'm leading with the foot on my overhook side. I'm gonna take my overhook hand, blade it, and swim pinky first over the top of the shoulder as if I'm trying to find the gap under his arm. There's no space there. So I step a small step back, kind of a half step with my lead foot to create space as our heads pop back. We now shoot the hands underneath the armpit as we step in with the foot on the new underhook side, the hand that is shooting under the armpit. This will wind us up in our over-under on the other side. Again, we take our overhook hand and we blade and we swim over the shoulder. There's no space to create this underhook on our new side. And so our heads lean back as our lead feet take half steps away from our partner. This creates the space to punch an arm through, giving us that gap for an underhook. And now I step in with my new underhook side foot. So this is both a skill and a drill, a game that you can build up to, and just a warm-up movement that actually seems to like make a little bit of sense if you're doing it right. This is worth doing in my opinion. So what we're really fighting for here is the idea of double underhooks, getting some real control over the other person's body. While yes, the drill and the fluid reciprocal movement looks like this. Back and forth. What we're really fighting for in a live situation is that I keep my underhook tight and I fight for a second underhook. And I get in towards our body locks that we looked at in our tie-ups and connections video. We want to be nice and tight here, where I can control him and move his body around and start setting up some good takedowns. When we are pummeling, we want to make sure that I swim over the top here. Occasionally, not very often, I might be able to swim underneath of the elbow. But generally, they're holding on tight. His hand's going to be high right here, and he's going to be keeping everything closed off. So just swimming in side of the elbow is going to be tough. I want to create some space between us, give a little gap, and then fill in that gap with this new underhook so I can drive in for body locks. This is one of my favorite drills for people who may not be as familiar with wrestling or the standing position, because one thing that it does for us as we build on the technique and we start getting more and more forceful with the drive of our bodies is that this is going to make you feel comfortable just in a standing scenario. A lot of people, if they haven't wrestled, this seems to be like the most like anxiety creating situation, even worse than being on a bottom pin. People get here and it's just panic because they think so many different things can happen because they're not understanding simple connections, simple grips, angles, things like that. Our overhooks, underhooks, and our pummeling allow us to cycle between different connections on the body and kind of probe and jab at our opponent and see where their weaknesses might be, because the pummeling obviously is not a takedown in and of itself. But what it is, it's a way to get my opponent rolling in this pattern until eventually maybe I can shoot off in another direction. We're gonna be looking at our arm drag in the next few days. I can't remember what the exact schedule is, but we're gonna be looking at taking this battle of the underhook and turning it into new avenues around the body, making connections and setting up other systems that we might want. The standing system, we're not going to be looking for submissions up here. This is not where we finish. So all of the things we do up here have to lead us into positions where we can finish and control an opponent. As you and your training partners start to develop a little bit of comfortability with this drill back and forth, You start feeling like you're really driving through for each underhook, strong shoulders, strong chest, strong lead step. We want to turn this into a live game, and that's what I do with my students and my training partners when we're warming up. We go from the back and forth, just moving, getting the rhythm down, to we start. We try to keep an underhook, and the game is we don't go anywhere else. We're not looking for anything, no other takedowns. This is very low risk for newer people especially, but it's high reward for everybody to feel out this upper body battle and this exchange of underhooks and overhooks as we fight for control of each other. So we will fight trying to get double underhooks. Now, one little tip that I'm going to give you with that game, play around with the game. Like I said, it's very low risk, but be safe with each other. As we reach through, let's say I lose this battle and Dylan swims over top and his hands start reaching towards my back. So let's go before you have the hands closed off.
Okay.
So there's going to be a moment when I'm like fighting and I feel that hand coming through right here before those hands close off. Now notice where Dylan's ribs are on the side of my body. They're not yet, go ahead and close your hands real quick and see the difference? His hand or his elbows have passed the midpoint of my ribs. I can no longer affect them. I can't pull his elbows any which direction. If we can realize that we are losing this game, we can save ourselves and get back to a reset by bringing our hands together and across and down in the center. I'm trying to pull my elbows together in front of me, which should force his elbows together in front of me. I can grip my elbows, I can grip his elbows, I can, from there, make space and come back in and reset.